love, sex, desire, drama, lovers, and the others. And we talk about it all here on Relationship Rhetoric.
Greetings and welcome to Relationship Rhetoric. I am your host, Unapologetically Angela, and today on the show we have King Alfred Garrett and his queen, Kia Garrett. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just a little background information. We somewhat grew up together. He knows my grandmother. I know his family, and becoming friends, I just noticed him and his wife, pictures, interaction, and I think y'all have an amazing chemistry. So I pride myself in choosing people who don't really say anything but let their energy speaks for themselves, and so you all are a set of those people, so I appreciate you greatly.
Thank you.
So we're going to start off by asking, how did you two meet?
Well, let me give you the real version before he throws in his. Okay. See, what had happened was, no, seriously. We met at the University of Memphis. We took an evening class together, and because it was an evening class, he was such a gentleman. He wanted to walk me out to my car. But I'm thinking to myself, I don't really know you. But it was still awesome because it was his conversation and the depth. And I was like, okay, I really like this guy as far as a friend. I had already had in my mind, this is going to be my Waffle House IHOP buddy. I had already had that in my mind. I wasn't thinking anything beyond that. But we started spending a lot of time together. And I really enjoyed him. Everything about him. And he made me smile. He made me laugh. So and he still does, even now. So, yes. Did you want to jump in?
Okay, you go get the new car. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You get a car. No, okay.
Okay, so your perspective, what made you say, hey, I think I need to walk her to her car?
Well, like she was saying, it was an evening class. And so when we got out, it would be dark. And, no lady should be walking to their car by themselves. And, she looked nice. So I was like, they gave me a way to get in. So I started parking my car where she parked her car. And so when we walked out, I can walk her to her car and be walking to my car at the same time.
Okay, that's sweet. That's sweet. So what did you first notice about him?
His humor, because I would see him interact with other people. It's nothing like someone that can make you laugh, because that means that they have more to them than just, they can say anything, but until you can make somebody laugh and just be really genuine. And I saw him first as a friend because we were friends at first, and I could talk to him when I needed to. I wasn't, telling him everything because I still had my intro to Kia.
Absolutely.
Rather than the real deal, because you always want to put your best foot forward already. But then he started being a little more vulnerable in a sense where, he would share things with me, going on with his family. I was like, okay, I feel better that I'm able to open up to him. I said, this is somebody that I could really enjoy spending the rest of my life with. But that didn't come till a little bit later, even though I did say, I love you first. Now that's a funny story. Can I just go ahead? Okay, so and I can't even believe I'm sharing this because when you talk about most embarrassing moments. So we were in the car, and this was probably like a year and a half now that we've been dating. And I told him, I was like, I have something I need to tell you.
No, it wasn't a year and a half, baby. It was about 6 months.
No, it was like a year and a half.
No.
Okay, we'll do 9 months.
Okay, all right.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, anyway, I was telling him, there's something I need to tell you. And he was like, okay, what? And he always talked about, he had no idea what it was I was about to say. He didn't know what was going to come out of my mouth. And I was like, I love you. And they took everything in me to say that, because that's not something that I just throw out vicariously when I'm talking about being in love with someone. That's not something that I did. I genuinely love people. But I was in love with this brother, and I still am. And you know what he said? All right, then, call me when you get to the house. Oh, did he just say, call me when I get... All right, then.
Right.
Call me when you get to the house.
Okay, Alfred, what was going on?
I mean, I didn't know. I wasn't prepared, because, we was just kicking, good, we kick it, go to school, go out, have a good time. And something you got to tell me? I'm like, what you got to tell me? What's going on? So it just kind of just took me off guard. So, I'm not the one that used, the words I love you and don't mean it. Right. So, but we eventually got there.
Okay.
And now we've been married 15 years.
Oh, wow.
It's funny, the fact that he said we eventually got there. When he first told me that he loved me, I was out of town because I was a flight attendant at the time. And so we were training in Detroit. And this was around... Was it around your birthday or was it Christmas?
No, it was around Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's right, because I had gotten him a dog, Nyla. Oh, Nyla, bless her heart. But anyway,
that was my chocolate lab.
Right.
The dog in heaven.
So when I was gone, he would call me and all that. We would talk, and I didn't say I love you anymore after that. Right. But we still had good conversation. And so we were getting ready to get off the phone, and he said, Nyla and I love you, and I got scared. And I was like, okay. And then I remember hanging up before I said bye. And I said, okay. And I got off the phone. And I was talking to my roommate. And I was like, girl, he said he loved me. Does he love me or does he love me? Right. Is he in love with me? She's like, fool, he loves you. Right. But he put the dog in it. So I didn't know. He put the buffer in there with the dog. I didn't know how to interpret that, right?
I had to ease it on.
Yeah. But come to find out, this brother loves me.
Oh, that was sweet. So, Alfred, at what point did you know that she was the one?
You know what? We were spending so much time together, and so I'll kick it with my boys sometimes. They'd be like, "Man, is that your girlfriend?" No, we're just friends, because we actually just kicked it for like 6 months with no labels or anything. Mm-hmm. And so, I enjoyed her company, and it's like every day we talk. It's like, okay, sometimes. Well, she taught me that sometimes things just go right. Because I used to be in the mindset, something gonna always go wrong. Mm-hmm. But she taught me. She said, no, sometimes things just go right. Mm-hmm. And so, I took it in, and I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. And that's what we did.
Wow. Mm-hmm. What was the proposal like?
You can go there.
Oh my goodness! Give you the version I gave my mom, or the real.
She want the real version. Give her the real version. Yeah, you give it. That's all. Your mom ain't gonna watch this.
I was gonna let mama watch. Oh, it was.
You want me to tell? Let me tell.
Naked in the jacuzzi.
No, okay, I'm gonna tell you. So,
okay. You say no.
Okay, as she said, she's a flight attendant, right? Mm-hmm. So she had won this pass for being a great flight attendant, where she can fly anywhere in the world. Okay. So we decided to go to Paris, France. Okay. So while we was getting ready to go, we got everything together, got our passports and everything. And when we get to the airport, there was some things going on in Boston in our connecting flight. So we couldn't go. So I was like, man, what was going to do? Because I was going to propose while we was in Paris. So I called up one of my friends. I was like, man, what should I do? He said, well, go over to the French Quarter. Get you a room, a jacuzzi suite or whatever. So we got the room. We went out to eat and everything. We got the room. And, of course, we was in the jacuzzi. And I was like, hey, I'm going to do this. So I told her, go and get in the jacuzzi. And I had the ring. So I ain't got no clothes on. So I got the ring, so I had it balled up in my hand. So while I'm in the jacuzzi, I put it on my toe, right? So we just sitting there talking, and guess what she said?
Yeah, I remember
she said, pretend that you was proposing to me, and what would you say?
What?
Yes.
And so I started saying all these things, and then that's how I took the ring off my toe in the jacuzzi and put it on her finger, and she almost just lost her mind.
Oh. Because when he was saying that, I was like, oh, baby, it sounds like you for real.
And I put the ring out, right.
And he did. I was like, oh my goodness.
So, how divine is that?
Butt naked in jacuzzi,
Yes.
Keep it PG-13.
Wow.
Yes.
No, but that's a nice story.
Oh.
So other than the I love you and the toe and the ring, what is the most embarrassing moment you two have had?
Oh, wow.
What you think, baby?
Wow. What, with us together or, let me see.
Oh.
What is it?
Or either
Probably
one of you did something embarrassing, caused the other person to be like, really?
I'll say something like when you share about my greens that time. When you share about it, and I was like, because, you know, I'm from Mississippi originally. So, you know, people from Mississippi, we're supposed to be able to throw down, right? So this is earlier on in our marriage, and I'm going to make my husband some homemade greens. I picked the greens. I cleaned the greens. I used Dawn dishwashing liquid to clean it. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. But I was just trying to make sure I got all the dirt off, you know. And so I prepared them like I thought they should have been prepared. And I gave it to my wonderful husband, and he was like, "Baby, what's wrong with these greens?" And so that's not the embarrassing part. Like, he would share with other people, "Yeah, she made me some greens, and I don't know what those were." And I'm like, "He doesn't like my greens," you know. So it's a little bit embarrassing because other people now know that I don't know how to make greens, but I got better. Did I get better?
Yeah, you got better. You know, it's always perfect. What is practice make improvement?
Right.
Yeah. So tell me about the greens. Was it the taste? Was it the texture?
Was it the dishwashing liquid, baby?
I don't
That
know.
was
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know what it was, but you know, I'm gonna say maybe it was just the greens. Maybe she got a bad bunch.
Okay, good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
Yeah.
So what are some routines or understandings that are non-negotiable for the Garretts?
Oh, I can start off by first saying we don't leave the house together without first praying together. We always pray together every day, like hand in hand, we're praying. Even if I'm upset with him and we have some moments, you know, like that, I'm still like, I plead the blood of Jesus over you, you know, even with attitude or same thing. So that's a non-negotiable. We always pray together. So that's a plus. And then, of course, and I'm trying to watch my airtime because sometimes I have a tendency to talk a little bit more. All right. But also, we have to have fun together. I like to do things, and he likes to do things. I mean, just this morning, I just told him, I said, I thank God that he made you just for me because he knew exactly what I wanted. Not to say that I'm needy, but I love to hear that I'm loved, and I love to feel that I'm loved. Yeah. And he does that. He was playing a song this morning he put on Facebook. It's by Major, and it's called "This Is Why I Love You." And although my baby doesn't have the best singing voice, it is just perfect for me
you.
because he started singing. He said, "Baby, this song is for you." You know, things like that. Yeah. It's the little things, but it's the consistency of the little things. Also, he listens to me, and I listen to him. Sometimes I have to remember to keep my mouth closed, and I don't have to say something all the time, even when I'm right, which is like 98.9% of the time. No. But I have to know that I don't have to say everything, and that's not true. I know that there are times when I, you know, miss it. Absolutely. Yeah, and he'll let me know, but he lets me know in love. And I think, too, because I am one of those that's a little bit sensitive. So he asked why, just like with the greens, and I was crying, and he was like, "It's not you, it's the greens," you know, and I took it real hard. So because of it, I didn't tell you. Yeah, I did. I cried because I picked them and watched. I tried.
Yeah, she's making her husband some greens.
I did. Yeah, but you know, and there's some other things too, as far as non-negotiables that we definitely have to do. You have to make sure that you just make me feel wanted, and it's not even anything that I ever had to say. I've never had to say that. He always does it all the time, even when I'm upset or angry, or because when pride gets in the way, because I have to do a self-check. Yeah, I do, and I've had to share that with others. So it's like sometimes you just have to be quiet. Sometimes you just have to close your mouth, because the Holy Spirit will prompt me. You don't need to say anything about that. You just need to leave well enough alone. So I had to, you know, listen to that. And believe it or not, he's the one, when we do have a disagreement, would be, okay, baby, let's talk about this. Because I'm the one I can get quiet, you know, and because I don't ever want to say anything that I would regret, you know, and it can happen still. But I'd rather just be quiet. He's the one that would open up the lines of communication. because we've already talked about communicating. It's understanding and being understood.
Right.
It's like a difference between hearing and listening. But I also, there are some things I need to work on as far as listening, where I'm able to not just repeat it, but really try to understand his perspective on things. Right. So in this, it's always been a reflection piece for me.
Right.
I don't become stagnated in our marriage. I'm learning and growing from it, every day. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's truth. It's truth, know. And even if it's just something minor, like, okay, all right, I can grow from that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. What do you mentioned something, because this comes to my next question about how you handle conflicts. I want you to share what you share with us off camera.
Oh, like if we're having a disagreement and we're discussing a certain topic, we try to make sure that we listen to each other. And we do that by maybe getting an object, maybe like a hairbrush or an ink pen. And as long as we're holding it, the other person can't say anything. So once we're finished, we give it to the next person, and then we can't say anything. Now that gives us time to listen to each other, versus going back and forth, back and forth. Now, okay, I understand what you're saying. And a lot of times we're saying the same thing. We're just saying it differently. And so, like you said, communication is understanding to be what?
And understood. Right.
I love that. That's so simple, but very few people would even think about that because it's so about, you need to hear what I'm saying because I'm in my feelings right now.
Exactly.
And that causes a whirlwind of things. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. So now tell us about STEM Glass.
STEM Glass. STEM Glass is a company that's new to Memphis. It's been here about 2 years.
Okay.
STEM Glass provides in-home wine tastings and also limousine tours to the different wineries that are located in West Tennessee.
Okay.
So, and I also do special events, bartending events, as known as beverage catering.
Okay.
So provide.
Tell us about your upcoming event.
Upcoming event is the 12 Taste of Christmas. It involves martinis. So you get to sample 12 different Christmas themed martinis. You get food. You get a signature martini glass, live entertainment, as well as a DJ as well. And it's going to be located at the Sheraton Hotel downtown Memphis on December 17th.
Okay. How did you come up with this idea?
The STEM Glass came up because, again, it's part of a STEM glass, a martini. So everything that's involved with the STEM glass. And this year we're sending proceeds to the Community Veteran Housing Program. So this is a way that we're going to be able to give back and working with an organization that help veterans. But coming up with the idea is just part of the company's mission to provide great services dealing with anything that's involved with the STEM class.
Okay. And the event, the 12 Taste of Christmas, is this first, second, third? How often does this happen? What year is this?
This is the second year of the event. Last year it was a great success. It was located over in Midtown last year and had about 265 people attended. And it was amazing. It was a great success. So this year we upped it up a little bit, and we're at the Sheraton Hotel. And so next year maybe we'll be able to get the Agriculture Center.
Nice.
And and make it happen. So
I see that. That's amazing.
So, but our goal is to be in 4 cities, 2017. The tasting is going to be in Atlanta, Dallas, Little Rock, and as well as Memphis.
Okay. Well, just remember your girl.
I got you.
I'll put it on my calendar.
That's right.
Make it happen.
Absolutely.
Okay, share again before we move on. The event, the date, the time, and the location with the audience for me.
All right, the 12 Taste of Christmas, December 17th at the Sheraton Hotel.
Okay.
7 o'clock to 11.
Okay.
And it's $40 per person.
Can they get tickets online, or do they need to contact
Tickets
you?
are online only.
Okay, online only. Okay.
And right now, as of today, about 65% of the tickets have sold.
Nice.
So by next week, it will be sold out.
Okay, give the site.
www.stemglass.com.
We will be showing flyers all week, next week leading up to the event, so be looking out for that. So lastly, I would like for you all to share some advice with couples who work close together for the same vision or possibly in business together. What nuggets of wisdom could you share with them?
Oh, well, you actually hit the nail on the head, that share the same vision. it's one thing to say it, but really talk about what it is we expect to have for that vision and the mission. What does it actually look like? Okay, so then we'll do a brainstorming where we're going to talk about the ideas, write them down, and then there are some that are like a hit or a miss, but we'll discuss that. So we actually collaborate as far as what it is we're going to do. Patience is definitely one. You know, you can't have one hand stronger than the other because it may not go your way, but then you have to think about, well, maybe his idea may be better. Let's try it and see. And you can't do it, I told you. You know, that type of thing because, you know, what is it? A house divided cannot stand. Absolutely. So it's like we definitely have to be on the same team with that. So if we're discussing some things and we don't see, you know, eye to eye on it, he's my king. He is. I respect that. And the great thing about it is I was already whole before I got to this wholeness right here. It wasn't my better half. So he respects what it is I have to say. Right. At the same time, I know, like, if there is a decision that needs to be made, I'll leave it up to him. And I don't have a problem with that, you know. Because if it doesn't work, I'm like, nah. No, I wouldn't do that. I would.
No, she's good. She never says, I told you so.
No, never that.
And so I'd be like, man, okay, let's try it your way. You know, so and most of the time it works her way, but, you know, it's just the way it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you all so much. Y'all are a lot of fun.
Oh,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
No, thank you.
I appreciate you. Our notion of love today is don't ever stop dating your wife and don't ever stop flirting with your husband. This has been Unapologetically Angela on Relationship Rhetoric. Peace, love, and enlightenment.
Love, sex, desire, drama, lovers, and the others. And we talk about it all here on Relationship